Okay, we should be live. Let me just drop a message in the free Telegram so people know that we're actually live on YouTube now. Um, I just need a minute to do that. Okay. So I'm gonna have a look at euro dollar and pound dollar mainly because euro yen and pound yen um, current price levels are not the best in terms of trading right now and looking for positions. But euro dollar and pound dollar are kind of looking okay. So I'm gonna check these out in a second. Let me just finish up with the stream. But yeah, I was definitely expecting some movement after the news yesterday, and I feel like I might have a couple of setups forming up right now for the beginning of the London session. Okay. Okay, that's done. Send a message to the free Telegram. If you haven't joined the free Telegram channel, make sure to do so. There's a link below the stream in the description box. So just join, totally risk free, and I'm sending out daily setups on euro dollar specifically, but sometimes other instruments as well. Um, okay, I think everything is running smoothly, at least for now. I didn't have any issues with the stream yesterday, so I guess it should be fine today as well. But yeah, I'm gonna wait a bit longer, another 5-10 minutes, just to see if anyone's gonna join in, and then I'm gonna go through some of those setups. But it's mainly euro dollar and pound dollar which I'm gonna be looking at, because I don't like the current price levels on the EM pairs compared to the majors. So that's why I'm going to be focusing on those two mainly, and not the euro yen or pound yen. Is gold going to finally pull back here or what? I really want to see some lower levels here on gold, so I can potentially look for long trades. Because if it continues pushing up, there's no way I can enter a trade here. And I feel like we've got enough confluences to believe that price will continue to the upside. But we still need better levels to enter at, because going long literally at the highest point in price doesn't make a lot of sense. I'm gonna drop a message on Twitter as well, just so people know that we're actually live. You see, because I'm not sure if YouTube actually sends a notification to people who have subscribed. Oh, here we go. We've already got a comment. Well, just follow the stream, you'll see what I'm looking at. But my main strategy is a swing strategy, so I'm mainly looking at the 1 hour and the 4 hour time frames. However, there are, you know, some days where I may be looking for setups on the lower time frames as well. And in yesterday's stream, I commented on the the potential setups that we may have after the news here on the major instruments, mainly euro dollar and pound dollar, and also gold as well. And so I'm looking at the market this morning, see what kind of reaction we've got after the news. That makes me think we may have another downside push here on the majors, which means we can potentially find selling opportunities on euro dollar, on pound dollar, other instruments as well, depending on what you like to trade. But I really want to see if there's going to be any bearish momentum in the beginning of the session, because if there is, that's going to be great. Before that though, we may take out the highs again. So I've got this horizontal level here, and I'm expecting for the market to take out those highs and eventually then drop lower. So it's kind of happening right now, but I was expecting a bit of a stronger reaction around here. Nevertheless, it's still something that we can potentially work with, as long as price starts pushing to the downside. And we'll see. If it just continues up, I'm not going to be looking for long trades. I'm not going to be entering any trades at all. But if it gives us a push down, another bearish leg here on pound dollar as well, even though it doesn't look as good, I would say, but still it really depends on how price is going to react in the beginning of the session, in a couple of minutes time, in the next few minutes actually. Yeah, I'm expecting pretty much the same thing. And to be honest, euro dollar is definitely looking better after the news. For those out there who are looking to go short, I was expecting more bearish momentum on pound dollar, to be honest. But it looks like euro dollar is the one that's. Well, we'll see. We'll see. And same thing with gold. I really wanted to see a deeper pullback here. I mean, you can work with this sort of price action, what we've had so far here on gold, on the lower time frames. That was expecting to find like a swing trading opportunity a good setup that I can, possibly take advantage of. But price is just pushing up. So if you look at the 5-minute time frame, each one of those pullbacks before that was looking pretty decent. But to be honest, I usually try not to trade gold on the lower time frames. Yeah, pound dollar is the one that works for me the best. So whenever I'm looking at euro dollar and pound dollar and trying to find a setup on, either one of those, I would be more happy to take a trade on pound dollar rather than euro dollar. But it really depends. So of course on price action. But yeah, not every day is a trading day though. I was looking for some setups yesterday. At one point it was looking like I may get an entry. I didn't get an entry. I didn't get a single trade yesterday, which is completely fine. And for those of you who are, a bit experienced and you've traded for some time at least, you know that sometimes not trading is is better than actually opening positions here and there. Let me check it out. Euro dollar 1 minute chart. The inverse fair value. Yeah, I've got to be patient with this one. I'm not going to be looking for entries on the 1 minute time frame though. I've done it a long time ago and it doesn't work for me. I'm going to break the bank if I start trading the 1 minute time frame. If you're trying to trade the 1 minute time frame, at least say to yourself, okay, I can enter that many positions per day and not more. And follow that rule, because if I start looking for entries on the 1 minute time frame, I'm probably going to end up having like 30-40 trades per day, which is, and it's a lot more stressful as well. I know it gets easier with time, but it's the 1 minute time frame. It's crazy out there. You see, I'm not going to be surprised if gold just, blows up to the upside without like any pullback whatsoever. I'm not going to be surprised at all, because that's what it normally does. But that's why when you're looking for entries on the 4 hour time frame and you manage to find a good entry, once it goes in your favor, it's gonna not only reach your target, but see that's the thing with gold most of the time. Whenever I enter a trade on the 4 hour time frame, if I see a price completing my target pretty sooner than I thought, I will probably, take off my target, move my stops to break even, maybe take out a part of my position and then just let it run, because you never know. It really creates big swings. Other instruments as well, but gold and pound Aussie, by the way, is another one of those pairs. I would say it's similar to gold. It's quite aggressive when it goes in a certain direction. Okay, I do like the 15-minute time frame here on euro dollar. Five-minute chart is looking good here on pound dollar as well. You see, the only reason I'm not going to be looking for trades here on the yen pairs is because we're pretty much testing previous lows. So basically trading at support. We've already got some reaction off of those levels, but it's still, I wouldn't be that confident to enter a trade here on the yen pairs. Whereas euro dollar and pound dollar are definitely looking much better. Yeah, so that's why when I stream, I usually look at the lower time frames, and I'm mainly doing it in the first 1 hour of the session, um, and then I'll end the stream, I guess. Yeah, I can't. I wouldn't. Yeah, I wouldn't stream the, swing, trying to trade swing and streaming for like several hours. There's just no point. And this is pretty much the break and retest level here on pound dollar, 1.2222. Will be too easy if price just melts from here, because it is as simple as break and retest, you see. I do like euro dollar though. It kind of took out those highs here on the 5 minute time frame. Oh, if we manage to get another rejection up here, anywhere up here, and then we've got a momentum candle to the downside, I could potentially look to open a trade here. I don't want to rush it though. This is what I talked about yesterday. If any one of you watched the stream, I was saying that it takes me a lot more to enter a trade nowadays compared to before, because I need a lot more confirmation. And most of the trades I enter, 90% of them, I'm just very confident in the setup. So even if I lose money, I don't mind, because you know, it's just when you've got a system, it's much easier mentally. Because when you put real money on the line, it's always a bit harder, a bit more difficult to actually trade properly and to actually follow your plan. I've been doing it for a few years though, because so it gets easier with time. Really clean price action here on the 15-minute time frame here on pound yen. It's looking pretty decent. Whenever we got market like this, especially on the higher time frames, and you've got you can clearly see lower highs, lower lows, or if you're looking at an uptrend, obviously the opposite direction, but it's so easy to see those key levels in price. I like this type of price action. But again, if you look at the 1 hour time frame, we're currently testing previous low. So there is a higher probability that we're going to break below and continue lower, but how do we know if there's not going to be a deeper pullback here? So that's why I'm trying not to enter the trade here. Considering that it's, what is it, Thursday today? I don't think we may have any decent setups here on this one until by the end of the week. And by the way, if we break below that, we can then possibly look for pullbacks for continuation trades. I will have a look during the US session later today. But I think I'm gonna focus on the majors. I really want to see one last upside push here, and then I'm gonna be looking for selling opportunities. But now, or if the pound will continue pushing down, I'm literally gonna be looking for targets all the way down here. Perfect test on the 61.8 here on pound yen. Yeah, that's why I usually don't mind trading the euro yen and the pound yen pairs on the lower time frames. They're just reacting to key levels really well, and I've noticed it many times. Obviously other instruments as well, but euro yen and pound yen including. Okay, there we go. Massive 5 minute candle here on pound dollar. What do we got? Nearly 15 pips. $25 pips to the downside. Yeah, I do like pound yen, but I'm not gonna enter a trade just because of the higher time frames. But this type of price action is what I'd like to see if I'm gonna be looking for entries, because now I'm expecting to see a bit of a pullback, maybe price testing the high of this previous 5 minute candle and then going lower. And I would definitely take that entry if that was on pound dollar. But yeah, let's see. We've got a similar setup here on pound dollar, even though we haven't broken below the, if you look at the pound dollar, we haven't broken below this 5 minute low. And then if you look at the 5 minute candle on the 5 minute time frame here on pound yen, we're actually trading below that. Okay. 32. Quite a lot of momentum at the beginning of the session, right? But that's fine, I did expect that. There was a lot of rejection up here, so that's fine. I just wanted to see an extra push up here to this previous high, and I would have then taken that entry, but that is totally fine. I don't consider this as a missed opportunity just because, you know, if there's a little bit of a pullback here, I could potentially look for an entry depending on how this candle closes, depending on, you know, how this pullback develops if there is one. Yeah, that's right. I think I said that on pound yen. I've got the fib level here as well. There's 61.8. I mean, price reacted perfectly to that level here. 190.90. And if it retests the break, should not that be a valid entry point in 5 minutes? I guess so. You see, you've got to decide how aggressive you want to be. I mean, if you look at my trading, even though I'm looking for setups here on the lower time frames, I'm always looking for more and more confirmations to enter a trade. Sometimes it's looking pretty decent. If I have to be honest, pound yen and euro yen did kind of look better on the lower time frames than the majors. But if you look at the 1 hour chart, you know, just before that we tested previous lows on the higher time frame. So that's why I'm not looking to enter a trade. All right, my mouse just went off. But yeah, that's why I'm not looking to take a trade on the yen pairs, even though they're looking slightly better than the majors. Well, let's check it out. Let's see what's going on. Yeah, gold is already gone without us. That's fine. It happens all the time, all the time. Trading gold as a swing trader is a lot more easier, in my opinion. You see, this is easy price action to work with here on pound yen. I mean, the 15-minute time frame. You've got break and retest all over the place. You've got this one right here, and then price breaks below the previous lows. You get another one. Then you've got a nice drop to the downside. And after such a strong momentum, you don't even need to see break and retest, because in most cases you're not going to get that much of a pullback after such a strong drop. So, you know, perfect case scenario would be for price to retest around 191.20, which is the previous low right here, for another break and retest. But considering that you've got this price action prior to that, 61.8 works perfectly fine. And then you get another drop, and if you drop down to the 5-minute chart, you can possibly find another break and retest here. It is looking good price action on the cross pairs. It's looking pretty decent. Not too bad on the majors. But I'm curious to see how the next couple of candles here on euro dollar will develop, because if we come you know, if price comes all the way up here and closes above this previous high, I'm then gonna need to see something like this. So let's say closes up here anywhere above the previous high. If I'm still gonna be looking for short trades, I need to see something like this, and then I can potentially look for selling opportunities. But I do need to see lower structure forming up, and basically at least a couple of consecutive lower highs. So let's see. You see, there is still more bearish momentum here on pound dollar compared to euro dollar. Yeah, Christy, you got it. By the way, can you hear me well? I'm not sure if my mic is working properly. Thank you. You see, a lot of people are worried about, getting the market direction right. See, I'm not. As long as I don't enter a trade, I don't care if I'm right or wrong. As long as you don't lose money, you're fine. It's the same thing today. I came into the market expecting for price to push down and for me to potentially find a short position. And if it just goes up, that's absolutely fine. I haven't entered a trade. And I'm just going to wait for another opportunity. Because I definitely have a bearish bias. I mean, if you look at the higher time frames, some of you may be a part of the premium channel, I'm not sure. So you know what kind of information we're sending out. But if you look at the higher time frames on the majors especially, I'm looking for price to continue down overall. Now, will I find a sell entry on the lower time frames? I'm not sure, but this is what I'm looking for. And if I don't find one, that's absolutely fine. I had a pretty decent week last week and the week before that. Just over 5%, I think, which is fine. I'm happy with 5% a month. You see, in my opinion, these are pretty decent results. So as long as you can make even 2% a month, to be honest, that's a lot better than not making any profit at all, or even worse, losing money all the time. Because I've been there as well. Okay, here we go. More bearish momentum. Good for you, Risto, good for you. You see how easy it is for gold to break above previous highs when it's moving up? Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah. Yeah, if I have to be honest, Raichu is literally the best trader I've ever seen. And I've been to conferences, to seminars in London multiple times with different traders, um, and very popular traders as well in the Forex industry, with a lot of, followers on social media, subscribers on YouTube, etc., etc. And I haven't seen anyone better than Raichu. And I mean, I say this sincerely. I feel lucky to have a mentor like him. And I've known him for, I don't know, since 2017, I believe. And I've bought many courses as well. But the way he views the market, and the way he introduces the information to you, it's it's just something else. You've probably watched many courses as well, so I guess you know. What do you mean, Paul? 20% of my patients. Oh, I see now. Yes. Do you know how I worked on my patients? Because I was very impatient and I was losing money all the time. The only thing that helped me was, I did join the premium channel that Chris is in, with Raicho, and by following his videos every single day from Monday to Friday, I just saw him being very patient. So he gives you a setup, and then he says if that happens, then we can potentially enter a trade, and then price goes to that level, and you think it's time to enter a trade. So I do enter a trade, and then the next morning he drops another video and he says what was the reason for not entering a trade, and I'm like, oh my god, he's actually right, but I've already lost money. So it happened countless times, and then you kind of learn. At some point you're like, all right, I don't want to lose money anymore. I've been doing this long enough to be able to at least not lose money, if not make any. And this is the way I learned. But it definitely takes time. This is the thing with trading. Not a lot of people appreciate how much time you actually need in the markets to kind of learn from your mistakes. But when it comes to patience, I'm definitely much better now. Now you see euro dollar is starting to look really good now. Pound dollar is already trading too low. So if I get something like this, I could potentially look for trades anywhere here, or at least for price to test this previous 5-minute candle. This is here on this is on pound dollar. Now euro dollar though, I don't even need price to come all the way up here. Maybe if it gives us a retest of the previous high of the 5-minute candle, and depending how it looks, Well, at least you need, you know what you need to work on. So you're already a step ahead of other people who are still making dumb mistakes and not really care about their accounts. Alright, we may be looking at another drop here on euro dollar soon. Is pound dollar going to retest this? Kind of here. You see, I wanted to see price testing the high of the previous 5-minute candle, but I don't enter a trade right away. I'm just waiting for price to see how it's going to react. And what I see right now, it's definitely not an entry signal yet. What do we have on gold? So did come above this previous high, which is fine, but yeah, I think I managed to get my first payout like 5 years after I started trading. Before that, I I probably withdraw money from my account maybe twice at most for those 5 years. So trading definitely takes time to learn, and it's all psychology as well. I mean, learning how to spot trend reversals or key levels or price action signals, that only takes a few months. But then learning how to, manage your emotions and being patient, being disciplined, and trying to do the same thing over and over again, even though it's very, very um, boring, so to speak. That's what's most difficult about trading. And then if you've got personal issues or something is going on in your life, and you try and focus and try and make money trading, it's probably not going to work. And also something else that I'm 100% sure about is that if you actually need the money from your trading account, you're probably not going to make any profit at all. You're most probably going to lose your money. Those that make money from trading are usually people which are fine anyway. They don't really need the money to pay their bills or something like this. These are the people that do well in trading. So before, when I started, I thought I'm gonna spend 6 to 12 months to learn how to trade, and then I'm gonna quit my job. It doesn't work like that. Well, those 15-minute candles don't look too bearish to me. Yeah, and I don't know what type of strategy you're trading, Plumman, but for me, something that made a big change in my trading results was, looking at the higher time frames only. I mean, you see me now trading not trading, but also paying attention to the 5 minute charts, the 15-minute charts. I I stopped doing that before, because I was over trading all the time, and you have to you have to be a fast decision maker when you're trading the lower time frames as well. So if you're not confident in your own trading, then I would suggest just don't look at the lower time frames. Just focus on one hour chart, 4 hour chart, and you can add more pairs to your watch list as well when you're looking at the higher time frames. Okay, I see. Well, if you really want to do that, then that's fine. But open a separate account, a demo account if you wish. Even though I would suggest open a live account with a small amount of money. That's much better than trading demo. But do that, and only look for setups on the 1 hour, the 4 hour time frame. use the daily for market direction, for key levels. Only trade off of those levels, and I can guarantee you're gonna have better results. I can't promise you're gonna become, rich and wealthy, but I can guarantee you're gonna have much better results than now. Is it going to do something like this? Anyone has taken a trade on pound yen finally? Because I'm not taking one. But this is what happens sometimes, I look at euro dollar and pound dollar, and then I look at euro yen and pound yen. And before the session starts, or in the beginning of the session, I would say, okay, the majors are looking much better than the yen cross pair, so I'm not going to be trading those for now. And so then I'm only looking for an entry on the majors, and then you see that euro yen or pound yen is just going in your direction without stopping. But it's fine. Sometimes happens. Yes, yes, definitely. Swing trading is the way to go. I mean, I don't know how old are you guys, but especially if let's say you've got a family, you've got kids and stuff like that, you can't really sit on the charts for like several hours and then just look at a 5 minute time frame. You're gonna get nervous. You're gonna get frustrated. People are gonna piss you off all the time. You're gonna be just not in the mood to deal with people, especially if you've got a losing day, let's say, or a series of losing uh, uh, trades. And if you go into a losing streak, it just in a short period of time you can lose a lot of money if you're not calculating your risk properly, if you're not following your rules, and if you're trading the lower time frames. So you currently trade on a demo account, is that what you mean? Still waiting for that downside push here on euro dollar. Let's see if it goes that way, but yeah, for now euro yen and pound yen are performing better than the majors. On which pair, Christo? GJ, well done. At least some of us are gonna make some money. Well done. So yeah, I'm thinking about starting doing some live sessions for the Bulgarian channel as well. I don't know when, but I'll probably do a few over there as well to see how it goes. There's definitely gonna be more people watching me, not like 3 or 4 people. targeting just above the previous low as we're on the 5-minute time. GBP JPY targeting just above. So do you mean this previous low, this one right here? Okay, all right, not that far from target. There may be a deeper pullback here on gold. Not just around here, it may come all the way down here. It really depends on how this 1 hour candle is going to close. I'm not sure, but especially if it goes bearish by the end of the hour. No, there's still about 10 minutes left. I don't think it will. But if this hourly candle closes as a bearish candle, I'm not going to be looking for any long trades here. Yeah, so that's why if anyone is just starting to trade on a live account and have never traded before, or even if you have and you haven't got a lot of experience, I would say open your trades with less than 0.5% risk. So that way you don't really care about the money, and you focus on the strategy. You focus on executing your trades, your plan properly, and not just calculating all the time how much your profit is going to be, how much is your loss is going to be, and so on. That's what I did with my first live account. It was about $500. No, the first one I almost blew that first account because I didn't even know how to calculate my risk. I didn't know about Forex calculators. I didn't know how much I should risk on each position. But then the second account, I think it was about £1,000. Yeah, right around 1K. And I was opening my trades with less than 0.5%. I literally didn't care about the money at all because it wasn't that much of a money. And I was doing much better than with my first one. I still lost a big chunk of that second account, but it is what it is. It was literally like just over a year after I first found out about trading. So let's see, euro dollar 5-minute time frame, pretty decent candle considering that I'm looking for selling opportunities. So let's see if it continues that way. But we're pretty much coming to the end of the first hour of the session. Ideally, I want to take, if there are any good setups, I want to take trades within that first hour. Because that's when you normally see a lot of momentum. And we did saw that momentum here as well. But kind of a choppy price action, to be honest. Alright, currently trading within that zone here on gold. So this is I believe the 38.2 fib level. So we may have some reaction around here, but then we could also drop lower as well. There's definitely different. Yeah, on my demo, I'm just fine. Even in profit, losing money on the real. I'm under a year in trading. Okay, that's fine. So I guess you're doing well. I wasn't even profitable even on demo account in the first few years of my trading. But yeah, if you're following the videos in the premium channel, just by doing that, you don't even need to like invest in any other courses or anything like this. The premium channel is literally like a trader's academy. It's very beneficial for people who lack patience, lack discipline. Just because you're looking at a pro trader, basically giving you his overview of the market each and every day, and so you see his thought process is so much better than just watching a course and trying to implement all that information into your own trading. Because if you don't know what you do, it's really frustrating. But less than a year in trading and you're already in profit on your demo account, that's fine. So what do you think is the issue with the live account? Where do you what do you need to work on? Is it because you're worried about the money? Is it because you close your trades when they go into profit? You don't wait for your full take profit at the same time when you go there, when those trades goes against you. You probably wait for them to hit your stop loss. That was the issue with me. So I'm just speaking from my own experience. Yeah, that was one of my major issues when I first started trading a live account. If the trade goes in my direction, I would close the trade because I'm just scared to hold it. I wasn't confident in my trading plan, so I couldn't wait for price to to give me 1 to 3, 1 to 4 setups. And if it goes against me, I was hoping that it's going to reverse and not hit my stop loss. And so, you know, my losing positions, I was losing more money than I was making on my profitable trades. Worrying about the money, tight stop loss, moving the stop loss too quick. You see tight stop loss, that's also a major issue. I mean, if you're trading the lower time frames, obviously we do have to use a tight stop loss. But if you're focusing on the higher time frames, a larger stop loss is not an issue. Moving the stop loss too quick, this is something that I still do to this day. And many times I get out of break even and then trade completes my TP without me making money. It still happens to me, but this is because of had a lot of losing positions throughout the years, and it's just I'm not even mad if that happens to me and I exit a break even, and even if I don't make a profit, it's so much better than hitting your stop loss. So this is something that I still do till this day. I tend to move my stop loss pretty quick. But this is mainly when I'm trading the lower time frames. If I'm looking for trades on the 4 hour chart, I'm not that worried about the stop loss. It's pretty much set and forget. Not every time, but most of the trades I would say. Because here when I'm trading let's say the 5-minute chart, if I enter a position, as soon as I make 1-to-1, I'll move my stop loss to break even. I don't care about market structure. As soon as I make 1-to-1, I move my stop loss to break even. Because I know this is the 5-minute time frame. We get to see certain moves in both directions. It's not the same as if you're looking at the 1 or the 4-hour chart. For me to move my stop loss to break even or into profit on the higher time frames, I need to see price breaking previous structure and basically confirming my idea, my analysis. Then I'll move my stop loss. So that could happen on 1-to-2, let's say, not 1-to-1. But when I trade the 5-minute time frame 1-to-1, as soon as I hit that, I'll move my stop loss to break even. I don't care. Even if I get out of break even, that's absolutely fine by me. I know I'm going to find another trade. Because you get more trades, you get to trade more when you're looking at the lower time frames. So, a missed opportunity is not big of an issue when you're kind of day trading or scalping. For those out there trading the 1-minute chart. Yeah. But it's fine, you're doing well. Cool. What's going on with gold? Pound yen is moving well. So Hristo, did you enter that pound yen position on your demo account only? And if so, then why did you not enter that one on your live account as well? Just asking, just trying to see what is your thought process. Yeah, I think that is going to save you a lot of money in the future. So you see how it goes. When you've got like, let's say, not 10 or 20, but maybe at least 50 trades, go through each one of them and see how many times you got out of break even, price actually went into your favor and completed your take profit. And then do analysis based on that, and see how you can tweak your strategy to potentially improve it. But yeah, lower time frames are a bit more stressful. Yep, just the demo. I was too slow and decided not to rush and find another trade instead. Okay, I see what you mean, yeah. Yeah, a couple of years ago, I wanted to start trading the lower time frames as well. And so I tried doing it for I think a couple of months on my live account, and I lost money. So I was like, okay, on my live account, I'm only going to be taking swing trades. And then if I want to enter a trade on the lower time frame, I'm going to do it on a demo account. So that's how I got into, kind of day trading as well as swing trading. So I started doing that on demo. I was doing well, and I already had, the confidence to trade live, with my swing trading account. So I just started day trading on a live account as well. I don't do it that often though. But we'll see if those live sessions are helpful to other people. I don't mind doing it, more frequently. Yeah, Euro yen, pound yen still pushing down. That was a pretty decent opportunity here on pound yen. Okay, bit of a bearish momentum here on euro dollar already. Finally. Now if this continues trading down, euro dollar, I'm gonna be looking for price to at least take out those previous lows right here. It will probably continue even lower, but I want to see anywhere down here before it forms some sort of a pullback. I'm using TV to analyze, but my real trading view. Okay, but my real is not linked to trading view deliberately, so I do not enter emotional trades. Even with the demo, I count it as a win. As it confirmed my setup, I followed the plan and traded the plan. Suppose they step in the right direction. Yep, you're absolutely right. Yeah, I don't have my trading account linked to TradingView either. I still use MetaTrader 5. I don't even know if there was TradingView in. I mean, TradingView was probably online in 2017 when I started trading, but it wasn't as popular as it is now. So I think I started using TradingView probably a couple of years after I started trading. So I'm kind of used to using the MetaTrader platform, and so that's where I open my trades. And which broker do you use, Crystal? Oh, okay, I see. Yeah, I use the same one, obviously. I've used many different brokers before. Oh, I used to. I did use Vantage for maybe for a couple of months, a few years ago, but there are some benefits when you trade in a broker where you're under the IB of a team that have many traders trading with them. Um, you're probably aware of the benefits, but start with Vantage. They decided not to. But you can also link your Think Markets account with TradingView as well. I think it took them. Yeah, I think it took Think Markets a bit longer to integrate with TradingView. Vantage was before them, but you can now do Think Markets as well. We do get some reaction on gold. Came down to around 2,697. Something makes me think that it's still going to push a little bit lower. Yeah, this is exactly what I mean. It'll be interesting to see how this 5 minute candle is going to close. If this one closes as a bearish candle, this is going to be a good signal for downside continuation. Still early to say. I mean, there's still a couple of minutes left. But yeah, these are the candles, like this one, and this one, which I'm looking for, especially on the higher time frames as well. They're not so powerful on the lower time frames, but if you have a 4-hour candle like this, it's a pretty strong signal. Oh, that's a nice 5 minute candle on euro dollar. Yeah, 1.0 to 80 is what I want to see euro dollar next, which is just below those previous lows. Okay, nice 5 minute candle on pound dollar as well. It eventually did retest this previous structure right here. If it now drops and takes out this previous low, it's pretty much analysis complete. Alright, go with a strong jump off of this area. So this is 38.2 level right here. Is that going to be enough for gold to continue pushing up? We shall see, I guess. Okay, so I want to see price breaking below this structure right here in order for this to continue down. Same thing on pound dollar. I would be looking for a continuation down, even if we kind of come slightly above this previous wick. Not sure about gold. Could easily continue higher, but at the same time we may see another pullback here. Looks like there is some bullish momentum, so even if there is a pullback, we may just form a higher low or just to retest this previous one. But Euro Yen and Pound Yen are still looking slightly better than the majors. So I think I'm gonna end this stream here. We'll see, I may do another one tomorrow as well to end of the week, and then next week again. Yep, everyone, check out the links below in the description box of this, but just below the stream. Follow us on social media, subscribe to this channel, and I'll see you next time.